Hey beautiful souls, I pray that you all are having a blessed day so far. In today's video we have poor man's food from Jamaica. That's what my mama says, okay? And we have some cabbage and saltfish with some boiled provisions. The provisions we have is boiled dumpling, green plantain, and sweet potato. And then the cabbage is sauteed with onions, peppers, garlic, and the saltfish. Absolutely delicious meal. To me it's hearty. You know, poor people food is always hearty. You know, keeps you going. You working hard all day. You eat that for breakfast. That's typically what we would have for breakfast. So anyway, in the beginning of the video, you saw me boiling the saltfish, which you want to do to boil out some of that salt. And then here I have about 3 cups of flour, some salt. I'm going to mix in some oil because I didn't have butter. All right, and you're just gonna make your dough. Pour in the water a little at a time. I just dumped it all in there, but you want to pour it a little at a time. But you don't want your dough to be too soggy, but you also don't want it to be too firm. So you're trying to find that nice balance. All right, and then after you knead your dough for about 5 to 8 minutes, you're gonna set it to the side. And then I used green and red cabbage. Typically, I think they just use green cabbage in Jamaica, but you know, in different people's household, they try and do different things. All right, so here I'm just cutting up the cabbage. You could cut up your cabbage any way that you like, any way you prefer. Okay. And then here I just have some boiling salted water. That's for the dumplings. You helping?
I'll take a picture of me making our dumplings. Go ahead, Naomi.
You making your dumplings? Yeah, look at you making your dumplings.
Show them you're making your dumpling.
Good girl. No, don't touch no more now. No, no. Oh. That's it. That's what you're gonna get. Go sit down. I don't know how you want the shape. You want the shape like round?
Yeah.
You made a cookie. I made a cookie. All right, yeah, that's my super adorable and cute great niece, right? Great niece? Yes, great niece. My niece's daughter. She's so adorable, helping me make dumplings. She loves being in the kitchen. She's a natural cook. Oh, yeah. And this is me just shaping the dumplings. You can also do spinners, and that's when you hold the dough between your palms and just spin. Use your hand, and it turns into like a little log, and then you just throw that in the pot. And then here I'm just getting the plantain together and the sweet potato. Just gonna cut that up. And the plantain, I'm boiling it with the skin on. You just want to make sure you cut it, pre-cut the skin, make a slit in the skin, and then you can just boil that all together like that. And then now my enough salt has come out of the saltfish, so you're just gonna shred the saltfish up. Once the dumplings rise to the top, they are done boiling, and you can remove that. All my boiled provisions are done. That's why you want to do the slit, so you can easily just take out the plantain like that. Such an easy meal too. Easy, hearty, and really delicious, okay? So in this pot, I have sauteing some onions. And then I'm going to add some scotch bonnet pepper, some bell pepper, and some garlic. You're going to saute that for a few minutes. Add in your saltfish, your thyme. Saute that. And then I'm going in with my cabbage. Give that a good mix. Add your seasoning. I'm using some black pepper. I'm using a little oregano. I like the way oregano tastes in my greens, so I'm using some oregano. I'm using some allspice. Give that a mix. And you could also add salt. I didn't add salt because the saltfish already has enough salt, and my mother is not trying to eat too much salt these days. So yeah, this was for my mom. This was her meal prep. I just wanted to make you guys a nice plate. I also wanted to see if I could do a nice plate with food like this. And I thought it came out looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. So here's the Jamaican poor man's meal. Not very poor to me, though. To me, it's very hearty, delicious. It gets you going. It's good for your body, good for your mind, good for your spirit. All right? Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you, and God bless.